Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Thanks for coming by. Today I am going to be filming a Disney cast member Q&A and I'm really excited to answer some questions for you guys and I hope that you enjoy. I've kind of given up on having dry hair in these videos because I usually work out before and need to wash it, so my apologies. But I am wearing the new ColourPop's Peep collaboration for Easter. Cute, right? I really like the colors. Anyway, I have worked at Disney for almost a total of 4 years now. If you do not know, I've done part-time both times. My first location was at the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor on Main Street back from 2014 through 2017, and I got deployed, which means sent to other places multiple times. I also worked in Frontierland, Liberty Square. I did parade audience control. I'm probably forgetting some other ones, but I did that. And then currently, since August 2021, I work at Coral Reef Restaurant in Epcot. So yeah, I hope that this video can be helpful if you have some questions. I had a little question box on Instagram, so if you're not following me there already, be sure to follow because I am gonna be doing some more Q&A videos in the next couple of weeks. I wanna do, or not couple weeks, but couple months. I also wanna do like a Universal team member Q&A in a couple weeks and just like a content creation Q&A. So if you're interested in sending me some questions, be sure to follow me on Instagram because that is where all of the question boxes will be. But anyway, let's just go ahead and dive into these questions. Okay, so some of these I'm looking at, I'm probably not gonna be able to answer because of the social media policy at Disney, so I'm gonna try to be as honest as I can be while also respecting the social media policy. So the first one, this one's an easy one. How long have you worked at Disney? Well, I have worked at Disney for almost a total of 4 years. Like I said earlier, I worked at Plaza Ice Cream Parlor on Main Street for 3 years, and I've been at my current location for 8 months. So it will be a year, which will make 4 years in August. Favorite part about being cast member? You know, it's just seeing the smiles on kids' faces every day and making magic. No, it's not. It's the perks. Sorry. I love the perks of working at Disney. There's literally so many. So, you know, you get tickets, you get discounts, you get backstage access to a lot of things like seeing rides before they open and like sweepstakes and all kinds of things. There's so many perks of working for Disney, which is why I came back. What kind of benefits do you get? Like PTO, 401k, discounts, etc. Is it competitive? Competitive for certain roles, yes. It's pretty easy to get into like attractions or food and beverage or things like that. But once you start getting like full-time positions, which do have the benefits, it's definitely more competitive. And I've actually been on the wait list for full-time for like 3 months now. So hopefully I get it soon. But yeah, full-time you can get health insurance, you can get all of those benefits, 401k, all kinds of stuff. I don't know like all about it because I don't have full-time yet, but as far as like part-time, yeah, you get discounts. There's like a 20% discount for merch and dining throughout the year, and then during the holidays you can get a 40% discount on merch, which is like the best, and then you get some like coupons, like snack coupons and dining coupons and things like that, which is really nice. And I'm trying to think of other benefits. There's so many benefits, like there's a gym on property, there's a discounted store called Cast Connections where you can get like old merch and furniture from the hotels and things like that for very cheap. So there's a ton of benefits. Okay, I just applied to a few Disney jobs, in parentheses, new local. What are your tips? Definitely my first advice would be to start on a level that is going to be easier to get into and then move up in the future. Unless of course you have like a lot of experience and stuff, then it might be easier to get into another position. But since moving to Orlando a year ago, I have applied with Disney and Universal for probably about 50 jobs and I haven't even gotten a single interview. So it's really, really hard to get into like social media and like content creation and writing positions and things like that. So if you're looking for something like that, I would suggest either starting small and moving up or just keep applying because hopefully one day we'll get into it. But as far as like your interview goes and things like that, definitely just be yourself, be positive, have great energy, and yeah, that's the best advice I can think of. Sorry. How long was the hiring process? It's not very long for either time that I got hired. It's you apply. Usually if you move on to the next stage within like 24 hours, you get invited to do an online interview, which is like a Q&A type of like survey type of thing, which I think takes like an hour or so. And then if you pass that, then you get scheduled to actually do an actual initial interview. And then after that, it might be a little bit different now with like COVID protocols, but after that we used to do fingerprints and take pictures for our IDs. And then you have traditions. So traditions is a class that everybody takes when they get hired at Disney, and it's just to introduce you to the company, talk about your benefits, join the union if you want to join the union, and things like that. Then you usually have a like day with the park that you're working in. So I've done the Magic Kingdom one and the Epcot one, which is where you learn all about the park and walk around the park and learn like where things are so you can show people. And then you finally get your on-the-job training. So I would say in total it probably takes like a couple weeks to a month to actually get to your location from the day that you hire or apply. Okay, are the characters excited about hugs again? Well, I'm not a character performer, but I do have friends that are character performers, and they say they are very excited for hugs again. I hear it can be really overwhelming. What's your take on this? Yes, it definitely can be very overwhelming. With Disney, there's a certain stigma of, you know, people save thousands of dollars to go on this vacation. People dream their whole lives about going. Cast members have a certain reputation of making trips magical and creating magical moments. And when people save for years and years and years to take their kids to Disney for the first time, they are expecting perfection. And if you don't meet that level of perfection, it can get very overwhelming very quick. So yes, it can be very overwhelming. There's also a lot of people. So my first location, I definitely struggled with my anxiety when it came to how long the lines were in my actual location. And I've definitely gotten better with that now. But yeah, I would definitely say it can be very overwhelming. There is also a lot of pressure outside of work with like, you know, with politics and things like that about being involved and not being involved with Disney's politics. And yeah, it can be very overwhelming for sure. Okay, do you get annoyed or bored at having to be repetitive? Yes, but this is the same at any job that I have. I'm a server and a bartender, so I hate doing a spiel before I present the food, or not present the food, but when I greet a table. I'm just not the type of person that likes to sit there and talk for long periods of time. So when I have to do the same spiel like 100 times a day, that can get really overwhelming for me. But besides that, I would say talking is like the only thing that I get frustrated with being repetitive. As far as like, you know, doing the same job every day, I don't really find that too hard or annoying or boring, I guess. But I do like to change it up every once in a while, which is why I work 2 jobs, because some days I need a break from one job and some days I need a break from the other. Do you have any favorite memories of working there? Oh my gosh, I have so many. Well, one of my favorites that comes to my mind is the time I made Andy Grammer an ice cream sandwich. He was there for the filming of the holiday special. This was probably like 2015, 2016, I want to say. And he came in with his wife and I got to make him an ice cream sandwich, and it was the coolest thing ever. There's so many memories. One time when I was working in Fantasyland, Flynn Rider was out roaming around and I was walking into a backstage area, which if you don't know what backstage means, it just means like an area where guests are not allowed. And Flynn Rider was trying to get back there too. So he was like doing like a performance with me basically, where he was like, have you seen the ruffians back here or something like that? So that was a cool experience. Oh, also when I was working in Fantasyland, I was working at Cheshire Cat Cafe, and Tweedledum and Tweedledee were doing a meet and greet over by the teacups, and they came running over and were asking for cupcakes. So that was really cute as well. I just have so many. The old mayor of Main Street, he used to come in to the ice cream parlor every day and say, I don't know if you've got the memo, but today is Give the Mayor Free Ice Cream Day. And then we would all say, that was yesterday. And it was so cute. And sadly, he passed away now, but he was such a sweet man. And, you know, there's a lot of families that make my job really special. The other day, I got a card from a little girl, and it was really sweet. And there's a lot of families who are really, really kind and loving and are very thankful for everything that we do. So that definitely those are some of my favorite memories. There's a lot of families like coming to my head right now that I remember moments with them. Same thing with Universal as well. Like once there was a family who came from the UK every year, and their son had dwarfism, but he was like in his 20s or 30s, and so he wanted to ride a roller coaster, and Gringotts, where I worked, was the only roller coaster he could ride. And I remembered them every year they came to Universal, and they came and said hi to me every single year, and it was really special. And you make a lot of connections. People don't realize, yes, we see hundreds of thousands of people every day, but we do have families that we remember and that stick with us, and definitely in Orlando as well. The theme park community is actually really small. Once you meet one person, that person knows 5 people that you're gonna meet later on down the line, and everybody knows everybody, and it's really, really crazy and strange. Do you know who some of okay, the way that I'm gonna phrase this question to keep character integrity is, do you know some of the character performers in the parks? Yes, I do. I have a friend who is friends with a few of the princesses. I have a friend who is friends with Mickey and Minnie on the cruise line. I have another pair of friends that are friends with a prince and a princess on a cruise ship, and I have some other friends who do character performing as well. But yeah, that's the best way I can keep character integrity with that. Okay, what's the least Disney magic moment you've seen backstage? I'm trying to think how I can say this without breaking character integrity or the social media policy. I can't say any story too crazy. Well, I will say this. Okay, so Magic Kingdom is built on top of tunnels, which are called the Utilidor, and a lot of people think that that's a rumor. It's not, it's true. There's a bunch of tunnels under Magic Kingdom. That's how you get to your job every day. A bus pulls up in the back of Fantasyland, and then from Fantasyland you walk to your location. Mine was Main Street, so I would walk from Fantasyland underneath the castle to Main Street every single day. And it's really cool. It's actually the first level of the park, so when you're in Magic Kingdom, you're on the second level, because here in Florida, we are at sea level and there could be flooding if you try to go underneath the ground. So that's the first level of the park, is the Utilidor, and then the second level is the Magic Kingdom, which is kind of cool. But I would say, as far as that goes, all kinds of stuff happens in the Utilidor that you would not expect. There's like a big chute that sends trash through it underneath the park, and also it's where like a lot of like ambulances and stuff can travel, which is really convenient actually, because I feel like something that happens in Disney a lot that people don't realize is a lot of people get like heat exhaustion, and heat strokes are very common. I've seen many of them happen, so that's actually a really convenient way to keep the magic on stage, but also be able to keep safety happening backstage and getting people to safety where they need it. Anyway guys, that is it for today's Q&A. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any more questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I'd be happy to answer them for you, as long as I'm protecting the social media policy. And anyway guys, happy Easter, happy Passover, happy all of the spring holidays. I hope you all are having a wonderful, wonderful spring, and I can't wait to talk to you in the next video. Bye guys.